Go.
Good afternoon, sir. We are the Group 5 and we will discuss the legacy of Dr. Angel Chua Alcala. I am Samsayo Nilenas from BS3.
I am Caitlin Ministry Cabilao from BS Career.
I'm Miguel Reyes Lupina from BS. I'm Ana Carla Jesse Guzman from BS.
I am Hania Zed Chris Aguilar from BS Career.
I am Rodrigo Galelas from BS
I am Angela Babilista from BS.
I am Alexis Chitapian from BS Grade.
I am Didoy Araola, BSIP.
So for the table of contents, we will discuss the introduction, the importance of marine conservation, plastic pollution, marine conservation efforts, our role in marine conservation and contribution. So for the introduction part, allow me to take the initiative of our report. Marine conservation is an effort to protect marine ecosystem and biodiversity from damage and exploitation. Our oceans are vital to life on Earth, providing oxygen, food, and regulating the climate. So, as what is being stated here, the conservation of marine life is indeed a huge step in catalyzing change and preservation in our marine ecosystem. As looking to the current situation of our Earth, it's been abused. The marine ecosystem has been exploited and has been polluted. So this is the picture of Dr. Angel S. Chua Alcala. Dr. Angel Chua Alcala. So to know better of Dr. Chua Alcala, this is his biography. His name is Dr. Angel Chua Alcala. He is a male. He was born on March 1, 1921. He resided on Galiling, Cauayan, Negros Occidental. His mother is Crescencia Chua. His father is Porfirio Alcala. In his academic background, he studied elementary in Bangkalan Elementary School. He studied at Silliman University, graduating Bachelor of Science in Biological Studies. He graduated magna cum laude. He also graduated at Stanford University, where he earned his master's degree in biology. So for his career and achievements, he was a professor at Silliman University's biology department. He became an associate professor of Silliman University. He also became the vice president for research in 1988. He also became the university president in 1991. He is also a member of the Philippine Council for Aquatic and Marine Research and Development as an executive director.
He is also recognized as the first Filipino to engage in comprehensive studies in Philippine reptiles and amphibians. His effort led to the discovery of 50 species and made use of the first artificial reef in the Philippines, awarded with the Field Museum Founders Council Award of Merit, recipient of Magsaysay Award for Public Service, and lastly, recognized as the National Scientist of Philippines.
Environmental management. One of the Alcala's work consisted of restoring and preserving areas with predominant wild, large predatory fish populations near a small marine sanctuary at Apo Island in the Philippines. Another research on element of Alcala was incorporated in his study is associating the species survival rate of large predatory fish with an available ocean territories around the reef and fisheries. The reason for this, as mentioned in the presentation, is that there are high there are high predatory rate rating in the marine life with the island. And most of the prey fish are, let's say, they have their own beneficial part for being in their existence and the ecosystem for marine life. That's why that's why alcohol is very highly beneficial for the ecosystem.
And in addition to that, Dr. Alcala has protected an area where he picked a spot in Apo Island in the Philippines and made a small underwater park where fishing was not allowed. And that certain area helped the fish inside the park grow big and also get protected from the fishermen's nga makuha tanan, which is also it's like a help for the fish or the kuan sa sea nga mas mo-grow pa sila or mas mudagan pa sila. Kaya if the Dr. Alcala didn't kanang use that kuan certain thing or kanang yung gibuhat is we cannot have a long supply of fishes here in our country. And also he studied as what he said that the coral reefs in the fishing ground, yun yung studyhan everything dito sa Apo Island kaya para he can found a bigger space or kanang a bigger area for the fish to survive so that they can find a lot of food na sila kanang it's a benefit for the fishermen and also for the fish. Now, it's like having a big backyard for your pet. The bigger the backyard, the more space they have to play and find food and stay safe. So that's why we have a lot of supply of fish right now. So next is marine conservation. So here's pioneering establishment of no-take marine protection areas or MPAs in the 1970s in the Philippines. Alagala's teams tested the mobility of the fish species with human were forbidden from fishing in this area. By doing so, they discovered that the species abundant in the area declined while pushing the boundaries of their residence to the further reaches.
So these findings provide evidences on the conservation of these species and also the coral reefs is not only show the decline in number but it also shows the growth on their habitat and for all marine life.
So he is also known for his research related to the rehabilitation of coral reef in 1997. He created the first artificial reefs and his reef became a model for many other fisheries development program around the world.
So this invention of the artificial reef is proposed that protecting and preserving the habitat of the fish would enable the fish to sustain itself from the long term.
So let's move forward with the species of discoveries. Angel Alcala's work has led to discovery of 15 new species of reptiles and amphibians. In other words, more than 10% of all reptiles and amphibians in the Philippines are known today because of Alcala's work. So the fieldwork began while he was still a student and built a stronger foundation and a jumpstart, or also known as CAR, conservation program within the Philippines. Then the some species associated with his work includes the Philippine tarsier, numerous new species of frogs, and Philippine gecko species, or also known as the topo. Then Philippine sea snake and Philippine monitor lizards.
So the extensive research by Alcala produced many scientific papers including the discovery of dozens of
new species of frogs and lizards. However, such wildlife collections in great numbers are no longer allowed, given the alarming rate of species extinction in the Philippines. So, from terrestrial amphibians and reptiles, Alcala's attention shifted to other counterparts, specifically the sea turtle, locally called pawikan. Alcala started studies on turtles' behavior, life history, and population sizes using mark recapture method. So mark recapture method is capturing a number of animals. So it is used to estimate the size of a population. So that is the species discoveries by Angel Alcala.
So, Dr. Angel Alcala faced numerous challenges in his career in doing his research. First is the limited resources and funding. Dr. Angel Alcala facing lack of resources and fundings, and it made him difficult in doing his research. And he overcome it because Dr. Angel Alcala is resourceful and persistent. With the support of his colleagues and students, and also including of the international organizers. Second is the skepticism and resistance to conservation. Dr. Alcala faced skepticism and resistance from some communities, particularly fishermen, who were initially reluctant to embrace conservation measures. There were also challenges in convincing government officials and policymakers about the importance of protecting the marine resources. He overcome it because of his patient, and he is persuasive person. He spent countless hours talking to fishermen, explaining the benefits of intake and sustainable fishing practices. Third is lack of scientific infrastructure. The Philippines lack is necessary scientific infrastructure and research facilities to support Dr. Alcala's work. This made it difficult to conduct large-scale research and to train a new generation of scientists. Fourth is the political and economic pressure. Dr. Alcala faced political and economic pressures that often hindered his conservation efforts. For example, logging companies, mining interests, and other industries often resisted environmental regulations. But Dr. Alcala has a strong advocate for environmental protection and often stood up for powerful interests. He used his scientific expertise and his position as a respected figure to influence policy decisions. Lastly is personal sacrifices. Dr. Alcala's dedication to science and conservation often required personal sacrifices. He spent countless hours in the field, often working in remote and challenging conditions.
Next is conclusion. Angel Alcala's work demonstrates how scientific research and technological application can lead to the significant societal benefits, particularly in the realm of environmental